Um. Do. Okay, welcome back, everyone. Again, sorry about the no visuals, so, just audio again. Whoop. And, let's see here. Last time we went into this house with the, weird bird girl in the window. Okay, so, Rose... There's a cedar plate hanging from the mud wall. Inspecting further, I see there's a single nail hammered into the upper middle of the board. Looks like this nail is for hanging things. What do you think this is? It's obviously a frame. These flat frames are made to enhance objects that are three-dimensional. So this is a frame for some kind of painting? Not necessarily a painting. It could be used to display anything. Just hang it on the nail there and you're done. Anything could become an art piece. And that's it? Feels kinda lazy to me. Well, as Duchamp's fountain showed, that's too much of a digression. In any case, it's a board to make something decorative. And... okay. It's a sturdy shoe cabinet. I opened it, but I couldn't find even a single shoe inside. Instead, I find something black and cylindrical at the corner. Bamboo charcoal. That's one fine charcoal. Seems like Moroku was quite the hobbyist. I look through the bottom section as well, and find a can in the back. It's apparently a spray can. Looks like spray paint. Seeing that it's in an odd place like this, I assume it's not just art supplies. Spray paint. And, I open the door to the bedroom and step inside. What's this weird bump in the curtain? There's an odd bulge in the curtain. Check the curtain. Yes? I pull the curtain back to see what's causing it. Huh, nothing's here. No sign of anything that caused the curtain to bulge. Even things out of the window look normal. So was it just wrinkled or something? A colorful flyer on the floor stands out from the eerie bedroom. Out of curiosity, I pick it up. I quickly read the flyer. Kisoji Ballet School Recital. March 3rd, 1999. Kisoji Center Hall starts at 1300 o'clock. Doors close at 13:30. There's a girl dressed in white in a ballet pose with her legs raised high. Looks like a flyer for a children's ballet recital. Children's ballet, you say? The atmosphere of this place is more suited towards Japanese butoh. I take a closer look at the flyer. First act, collection of pieces / ballet / others. Second act, Lac de Cane. The second act will feature girls who are too young to wear point shoes. Please enjoy their energy and spirit as they perform adorned in adorable colors. What's the stuff written for the second act? Is it Latin? Oh my god. I don't know. But that's actually French. La Duquesne, Duck Lake. Judging from the name, it must be adapted from Swan Lake. They'd probably make the little what are these words? Ingenues be ducks instead of swans and dance about. Seems like a show designed to showcase their energy as opposed to grace. Ducks sound a lot less impressive than swans. Oh, you think so? That stubby body, those adorable orange beaks and feet, the way they shoot through the water. Ducks are far cuter than swans, not swine. If I were to receive a gift, I would prefer ducks over swans.
No one's gonna buy you either of those.
I take the flyer just in case. Ballet flyer. Is someone humming? There's a Western-style pillow on the bed. Digging under the pillow, I immediately feel something. Open a mask.
A no mask? What's this doing here?
It's a boombox. It looks pretty old. There's a drawer on the table the boombox is sitting on top of. Examine the boombox. Looks like there's a cassette tape inside. I eject the tape and take a look. There's just a single letter written on the label, T.
What a creepy tape.
Would you mind playing it? I'm curious about what's recorded on it.
Sure.
I place the cassette back into the slot and hit the play button.
Huh?
It seems like no matter how many times I press it, it's not going to play anything.
Maybe...
I flip the boombox over and check the battery compartment. It's empty.
It doesn't have any batteries. Of course it doesn't work.
Let's check the drawer. I open the drawer. Inside there are sticks of incense, neatly put away. Obtained incense. In the corner I see a square metal box sitting there.
What's this?
Obtained battery. Oh, it's been quite a while since I've seen one of those.
You know what it is?
You haven't seen batteries in forever? A battery, and a pretty old type at that. What's wrong?
Just curious. How old are you?
I'll leave it to your imagination. Okay. Put the battery in. I take out the battery and put it inside the compartment in the back. Thankfully the battery types were the same, so it fits without any issues. Battery used.
Alright, how about now?
I press the play button, but...
What? You're kidding me. Useless piece of...
I think about using the flashlight's batteries, but I realize that they won't fit. Perhaps there's not much battery life left. Rubbing it or warming it up will put some charge back into it, but... That's one sturdy bed. I wonder what caused these stains. Now that I'm looking, there are more spots than I expected. It's a high-class Western-style bed. I take a look around the bed. I find something that looks like a mass of hair under the bed. Obtain clump of stiff hair.
What is this?
I think this might be horsehair. It'd commonly be used for something like the bowstrings for a violin.
How can you tell?
I learned how to play a number of instruments in the past. Perhaps I may not look the part, but I was born into a pretty wealthy family. I have a good foundation of knowledge concerning most high culture, including music. Well, why don't you take it with you? It might prove useful later on.
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing else? I guess that's it. Okay, leaving the bedroom. Let's check this other room. Open the door to the living room and step inside. Oh my good God. There was someone at the window. It's a wooden storage shelf. I try pulling on the door, but it won't open. It seems to be locked.
You think you can do this one?
I turn around and ask Rosé. Ominous music. Piece of cake. Stand back. Rosé whips out some thin tools from her pocket and... she opens the lock in just about 10 seconds. Sorry for the wait. Open sesame.
It's like a magic trick.
I'm happy that I'm able to entertain you.
Magic trick, he says. She's a magician.
I open the door. Obtain sailor uniform and cute socks.
These look like children's clothes. Did Moroku have a family?
Bond didn't mention anything like that. An old pendulum clock. The pendulum swings without stopping. Alright. It's a normal-looking, ordinary sofa. Checking around the sofa near the bottom. Obtain hand warmer. I find an unopened hand warmer. I can use this. And... oh, there's another girl outside. But she wasn't as scary, so it's fine. Okay, going back to the boombox. Okay, and
hold on. Warming it up.
I use the hand warmer.
I have this.
I open the bag, crumple it, and place it on the battery compartment on the back of the boombox. I suppose that's logical, but it's not the best way to do that.
Shut up. We just need to warm the thing up, right?
Once the battery felt warm enough, I tried pressing the play button again. Then... tape audio. An update on the missing child. According to the police, the victim of the kidnapping. It's a recording of the kidnapped girl report. They referred to the victim as Child T. Age 13, long hair, was wearing a white one-piece dress on the day she went missing. She was last seen heading home from a ballet class practice in Kisoji. The report mentions that it's been a month, and the case is now a partial public investigation. From that point, the newscaster just rehashes information about the incident, and once the news moves to the next topic for the day, the recording cuts off. Rosé ejects the tape and sighs. I see, hence the T label. The owner of this house seems quite intriguing.
It's crazy, no matter how you look at it. Why make a recording of the news about a kidnapping incident?
Once again, ballet. It's coming up too much to be a coincidence. Obtain tape T. Oh. Suddenly the phone rings loudly, but I can't see it anywhere in the room. Intriguing. Let's answer it.
Guess I'll look for it.
In the living room? Here we go.
Here it is, the phone.
There's a black phone on top of the storage shelf. I don't remember every detail of this room, but it definitely felt off.
This phone wasn't here when we came through the living room earlier, right? What's going on here?
We are in this house to answer that question, are we not? Someone or something wants us to answer the phone, so why don't you take the call? Fine. I will. There's a black phone on top of the storage shelf.
Hello?
The phone suddenly goes dead. A sudden wave of dizziness hits me, and I violently hang up the phone. When I come to my senses, I notice that my hand is covered in sweat.
Damn, what the hell was that?
Who was calling?
Dunno. The person hung up immediately.
I see. How boring. You look rather pale. Is something the matter?
It's nothing.
My phone vibrates in my pocket.
It's time already? It's me.
Almost time for the patrol to show up. Let's wrap it up for the day.
All right, we'll leave immediately.
Is it time?
Yeah, let's head back out.
We get out of the mansion without any major issues. We rejoin the one who was keeping watch and quickly share the info we gained in on our search. I told you. Aren't you glad we went inside? That T-tape in particular was quite a find. Combined with that ballet flyer, it has some grave implications.
Why do you look like you're enjoying this? If that's what you found on day one, I shudder to think where this is gonna end up.
Quit your whining. Just admit it's been a worthwhile night. We even heard the rumored scream. It must be a spirit. Probably the screaming author's doing. The spirit's all that remains of Yakumo Moroku, or is it someone else entirely? I can't wait to find out.
It's only a matter of time before the cops show. We better split up. We'll meet back at the Black Rabbit at the same time tomorrow night.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Oh, that's right, Kijima. Don't forget to buy batteries. I'll try anything once, but I'm not doing that again.
Ugh, what a pain in the ass.
We part in front of the Moroku residence and take our own separate paths to the station. As I walk by myself down the street, I think about what I heard on the T-tape. That might just be the crazy tip of the psycho iceberg of stuff hidden in the Moroku residence. I catch my train, and by the time I get back to Kisoji Station, it's already past midnight. I better go home and get some rest. There's someone in the photo booth.
Weird. Hardly anyone ever uses that phone booth.
Do I dare? Oh, God. It's a coin-operated phone ID booth, the newest model even. Open the curtain and look inside. Okay. No one's behind the curtain.
Could have sworn someone was there. Was I just seeing things, but...
Okay.
A text.
I open up the message. D-mail number 5. How are you? It's D-man. I've prepared your next riddle. Decipher it to receive your analysis record. Search the monster that raises its voice when awoken. Make a save just in case. I think, it says here it's a fire alarm I'm looking for, and I think that was by the photo booth. So, going back there for a second. Okay, here we go. I open the fire alarm's maintenance door and find a card inside. Obtain D card. I lower my gaze to the writing on the card. Kakia's game. The sound of a flute. A young girl appears. The Shinza rumor is of a ghost with white hair. A child doll in a kimono. It's said the tune Night of a Full Moon means she's shown herself. She lures people to play her game, different for each person, from fighting items to courage chests, but each has a certain condition to be met for survival. Meet the condition, survive. Otherwise, they most likely die. Having never spoken to any of the players, I can't confirm for sure. It's still only a rumor. But if the reason why I haven't talked to them is that those who challenge her game end up dead, then I suspect that there's no way to escape her death game once you've met her. Past urban legends like Girls Play and Kakiyako share many similarities with this one. While researching, I learned it's been repeating every few years since the war ended. I must look further, and that's where you come in. It's fortunate that you're in this exact situation. You're the very person I need to talk to regarding this rumor. Why is she called Kakia, and why did she take doll form? Why play games, and what role does she play? Is she a guide to death, or the reverse, or neither? Is she connected to the fairy tale named Legends seen often in recent years? Find out and escape the game alive. If worst comes to worst, I'll gather your ashes for you. That was a bit difficult to read.
Why the hell is he hiding these cards? Too much effort to worry about it. May as well go home and sleep.
I solved D-Man's riddle, so I head home feeling pretty satisfied with myself. Screaming author, file update. Snuck in Moroku's place, searched until cops came on patrol, found frames to put objects in, cassette tape. Girl went missing on her way back from ballet. Horsetail hair, often used for instruments.
I'm tired.
Go to sleep.
Guess I'll wash my face before going to bed.
Okay. Bathroom.
I should take a shower.
Make up your mind, Akira. I open the door and go inside. Shower or washing your face? What do you want to do? Okay, looking in the mirror does nothing. Want to take a shower? Sure. Hello?
What's that noise? Is it coming from next door? A movie, or maybe a video game?
Do I go outside? I'm not planning on going out again today. Then,
Shit, that's loud.
the noise won't stop. My temper's hanging by a thread.
Would punching the wall work?
Sure.
It finally stopped. Maybe I'll water the plants.
Plants are... where? In the bathroom? I open the door. Okay, no plants in here.
This'll work. That looks about the right amount.
This tiny little cactus. I water the plant.
Alright, this should do it.
Now, do I go to sleep?
Better get some rest. I'm weirdly sleepy.
Uh-oh.
Who could be calling me?
Hello? It doesn't seem to want to stop ringing, so I reach for the phone.
Hello?
The other end of the line's silent. All I hear is breathing.
Huh, what the hell? Hey, what do you think you're doing?
Please don't look inside. Chills run down my spine and my body involuntarily jerks and slams the receiver down.
That voice, it sounded familiar. Someone pranking me, or... They'll probably try to call again. Guess I'll just lie in bed and wait.
I shut my eyes and wait. The room is quiet, and it doesn't seem like anything's going to happen. I must be tired after all. My consciousness slowly fades. Luckily, I'm not bothered by another phone call. Save. Oops, sorry. The next day I wake to an oppressive heat. I drag my listless body outside and trudge to the electronics shop in search of batteries. Since this is an older battery, I'm not having much luck finding what I need. By the time I get what I set out for, the sun has already set.
Huh. Why are the lights in my room on?
That's strange. I'm sure I shut them off when I left. I can hear faint sounds from the other side of the door. Something's definitely inside. It must be... a ghost. I know it's ridiculous, but nervous sweat beads up and a cold drop runs down my back. All the crazy and disturbing events of the past few nights have my emotions running high. I hold my breath. I grab the doorknob and slowly turn it. There's no resistance. It's unlocked. I breathe in and cautiously crack the door open. Hey, welcome back. I let myself in.
What are you doing in my apartment?
I wanted to talk with you before we headed to the Black Rabbit.
So you picked my lock?
Yeah, waiting outside would have been so boring. What, does it bother you? Yes. Calm and composed, I see. What a mature young man.
So what do you want to talk about? I'm sure you've heard all about me from Bon, so I don't see what else you want to know.
I've heard about the underground matches, Ami's abduction, and Kubitaro's case, too. There was something I needed to hear, and I needed to hear it directly from your mouth. Bloodmetry, that strange power you claim to have.
Do you know something about it?
Yes, though it's just a hypothesis.
That's better than me. I don't know the first thing about it.
I suppose if I'm to be your teacher, I can't really turn down such a sincere request. That mysterious power of yours is an extension of your intuition. You might know it better as your sixth sense, a little something that warns you of danger.
You're saying it's like my instincts?
Yes, you could call it that too. Everyone possesses it to some extent. However, your sixth sense is unusually keen. It's probably why you never lost any of those underground matches. Of course, you also had the physical abilities and reflexes to react to the danger you sensed. I can kinda get a sense for what she's saying. When I focus during a fight, I just become so much more aware of my surroundings. That's gotta be that sixth sense. But the true value of your sixth sense isn't limited to that. Animals are fascinating, you know. Abilities that aren't necessary for survival are pruned. On the other extreme, they can awaken new abilities if they need them to survive. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
The day Ami disappeared, I met Kakia. I knew that my life was in grave danger. You're saying that meeting woke my sixth sense. This bloodmetry power.
Precisely. You're an excellent disciple. But not every person gains some great new power when they face imminent danger. I believe, in your case, that you likely already possess that ability. Perhaps a parent or ancestor of yours had spiritual powers.
Don't ask me. My mother was just a normal woman. She didn't have any weird powers.
And what about your father?
I don't even know what the guy looks like. All I know is that he abandoned my mom.
I see. I apologize if I upset you.
Nah, I don't care. Anyway, you sure know a lot about the spirit world and all that.
I must say, it's nice to have a disciple who views my skills with such respect. But all my friends know everything we've just discussed. It's common knowledge.
Wow, what kind of friends are those? You got a group of supernatural fanatics or something?
A certain sponsor has hired me to investigate spirits and supernatural activities, and Bond's helping me with that.
A group that investigates spirits. Sounds like something from a comic book. So who's the sponsor of yours?
The head of a distinguished family you've heard of. The Cujos? He has some strange abilities himself. He uses a peculiar way of thinking to solve supernatural cases most people wouldn't consider. Like defending a spirit's attacks with a plastic sheet and broken umbrella. It's quite reckless. Hanehiko.
What the hell kind of idiot is that?
He looks like your basic sullen middle-aged man. It goes without saying that he's not my type. He's currently on an overseas business trip with a friend, which is why I have to trapeze around investigating cases now. Although, thanks to that situation, I was able to meet a wonderful young man like you. Well then, it's about time. We should get going. By the way, Kijima, do you happen to know if anyone's committed suicide in the apartment before?
How should I know? Why would you just ask that out of the blue?
There's an extremely ominous presence in the apartment. I didn't want to worry you, so I wasn't going to mention it, but I changed my mind. Have you experienced any unusual phenomena before?
Yeah, a bunch of weird things have happened. I almost died once, too.
And yet you seem pretty unfazed.
Well, obviously, I didn't die. And so much strange stuff has been happening lately that I might just be getting used to it.
You're a pretty carefree kid. I sense a power in the apartment that draws spiritual beings to it, like a famous suicide spot or a haunted area.
Well, thanks. I feel all warm and fuzzy now. So what am I supposed to do?
Without knowing what's causing it, it's hard to recommend an effective approach. Moving out would be the easiest solution.
I really don't have time for that. And anyway, I'm not some weakling that's gonna move just because of some stupid ghost.
I'd figured you'd say that. It's your life, do whatever you like. But if it starts getting on your nerves, just come talk to me. Yeah, sure, okay. When we arrive at the Black Rabbit, the lights are on. Oh boy. How... Okay, here goes, trying to differentiate Rosé and, Aunt Natsumi. Oh, welcome. Aunt Natsumi's there. She looks exhausted.
I wasn't expecting to see you here.
Yes, I won't be here long, though. I have to meet with a new detective. Her eyes are completely lifeless. Although that's to be expected. For 2 weeks now, she's been doing anything and everything she could think of to find Ami. Police, detectives, flyers, the internet, none of it has helped. Would it help if I told her that Ami's alive, but being held hostage somewhere? Even if I did tell her that, there still wasn't anything she'd be able to do about it. Worse, if she gets involved, she could end up dying just like Maruhashi.
Despite that, should I still tell her what I know about Ami's situation?
Tell her.
Hey.
Sorry, Akira. I have an appointment with a detective. We'll talk some other time, okay? Aunt Natsumi quickly leaves. After a bit, Rosé, who was waiting outside, comes in. So was that your aunt? She seemed so distraught. It was painful to even look at her.
Hey, sorry I'm late. That Mahjong game got intense at the end. Huh, what's the matter? What's got you two looking so serious?
You are the most incorrigible, thick-headed man I have ever had the displeasure of meeting. You're beyond all hope. Death would be a kindness to you.
Huh? What the heck you so mad about?
I don't have the energy to explain it to you. Well, how's your investigation going? Don't you dare tell me that it slipped your mind and you wasted all your time playing mahjong.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm a consummate professional. Here's all the info I've found so far. He didn't have any friends or close relatives, so I wasn't able to get much. But I grilled Moroku's publisher and it paid off. I finally got my hands on this.
Oh, so he originally wanted to be a doctor, did he? Changing career paths from doctor to an author is quite a drastic life change.
The reason he did so is a mystery. Apparently he didn't talk about himself much. But it's doubtful that cash was the reason. The Moroku family's extremely well off.
Yes, that's evident just based on the mansion. A poor author wouldn't be able to live like that.
Apparently his publisher never once set foot in that house either. Seems like Moroku hated anyone intruding on his private life.
So basically, if we're to learn about his private life, our only option is to rummage through that mansion.
That's right. I also looked into what was recorded on that T-tape. The girl disappeared half a year ago. She was last seen at an intersection about a 5-minute stroll from the Moroku residence.
I see. So that's why there are regular patrols around that area. But if that happened half a year ago, why are they still maintaining the patrol route?
As it turns out, a number of other girls have disappeared around that area too. They're ancient cases though, so I didn't have much time to dig into them. That concludes my report.
Good work. Well then, should we head straight to the Moroku residence? We must unveil the truth that lurks within the darkness. We go our separate ways at Kisoji Station, just like yesterday, and each get on the train. Screaming author, final update. Yakumo Moroku, born in 1944, age 55, unmarried, hometown of Tokyo, surgical intern after graduation, sudden debut as new popular author at age 27, 1979 release of Dark Fairy Tales, kids' horror book collection, became a bestseller, becomes famous as horror author. Last work, Old Bamboo Cutter's Dream about Princess Kaguya. Kaguya. Not Kaguya. I reached the Moroku residence without any particular trouble today. Another wonderful night. I feel like we'll make great progress with our investigation.
You got here fast today. Well, I learned about my trip here yesterday. Anyways, same plan as yesterday. Yeah, you and someone else go investigate. The other one stays behind to keep watch. Sounds alright to you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, if there's a flaw to this plan...
Vaughn looks toward the Moroku residence.
Might be the fact that we already explored most of the mansion yesterday. We already checked the hallway, living room, and the bedroom. But there were no other rooms.
Hang on a second. From the outside, the mansion looks like it would have a second floor, or at least an attic. But from what we saw yesterday, we didn't find stairs anywhere, right? Wait a moment. It doesn't necessarily have to be stairs, right? Maybe there's a ladder hidden somewhere. Rosé makes a good point. I missed those details on the first day of investigation.
Let's take one more look around the rooms. That's all we can do. Just have to use our feet, eyes, and hands. Time's wasted. Let's get this started.
All right. Choose Bon as a partner.
All right. Rosé, you be on the lookout.
problem. Leave it to me. I'll see you both later.
Alright, let's go.
And go inside. A text. I open up the message. D-mail number 6. How are you? It's D-man. I prepared your next riddle. Repeatedly hurry the movement of the monster that moves without rest.
Hey, look at that later. The investigation takes priority.
I know, I'm coming. Screw you, Bond. I'm looking for a card.
What? Another phone call?
As we step into the room, the loud ringing suddenly stops.
Don't surprise me like that. I should check it out just in case.
But old pendulum clock. For the clock, lawn hand forward 3 times. 1. I push the lawn hand around in a full circle, but nothing happens. Do it again. I push the lawn hand around in a full circle, nothing happens, and 1 more. When I spin the lawn hand, the clock makes a noise. I open the glass door and a card falls out of it. TMD card. I lower my gaze to the writing on the card. Devil mail. Emails sent by the devil. If you read them, you'll kill someone. Some murderers have mentioned this urban legend when interrogated. The motives of the murders are unknown, as the attackers claim to be tempted by an evil spirit. In some cases, the victim and killer have never met. The only thing in common in each case was mention of the devil. No traces of the mails were found, and no one remembered the contents exactly, except the subject line. It was that ex-detective guy who told me about these cases, though they came from a police officer he knew. Unluckily for me, this was the exact kind of case I enjoy. They're fun to work on, but I never got any compensation for it. I went and put an ad in the magazine with a warning not to open the mail, in hopes of finding someone who knew something. I got 1 response and met with them. My purpose then was to identify the sender. The IP address provider didn't exist, and I hit a dead end. A few months passed after I started investigating. That's when I got the mail myself on my cell, like it was coming after me. Sorry, just a second. That's when I got the mail myself on my cell, like it was coming after me. I went mad with joy when I saw devil mail in the subject line. What do you think was inside? An endless string of 4 letters. Liza. You know, I feel like I've seen an AI with that name, but that's not important right now. Those letters sound familiar. It was a case for Mr. K. Liza? Lizzo? This has gotten long, so time to wrap up. But there's one more thing I'd like to mention that might be making you curious. That is, of course, who killed me. Don't be alarmed. The reason's not important. But curses have no effect on me. At any rate, the ex-detective's on the Liza case, so focus on your own problem. Best of luck to you.
What's that? Some kind of card game?
Whoop, I'm sorry.
Honestly, I'm not really sure.
The pendulum swings without stopping. Okay. Let's see, that's everything. Okay. Now answer the phone. I take the handset and put it to my ear. I don't hear anything.
Is the line connected?
I turn on the flashlight and follow the telephone line coming from behind the shelf.
Huh.
I notice that something's stuck in between the storage shelf and the wall. I try wedging my hand in, but the crevice is too small and I can't reach it.
Find something.
There's something stuck between the shelf and the wall. The space is so tight my hand can't reach inside.
Then let's move the shelf.
Yeah, that's probably the best way.
And, wooden storage shelf. Move the shelf.
Let's try it.
I'll give you a hand.
Bon and I go to the sides of the storage shelf and...
Alright, let's do this.
Now.
With his call, I pick up the shelf. Perhaps the wood is dense, because this thing is far heavier than it looks.
Whoa, it's heavier than I thought.
We just need to move it a little bit. Don't hurt yourself, old man.
I'm not a senior citizen, damn it. Here goes.
We move it a step or two and set it back down.
Damn it. Almost threw out my hip there. So, did you get the thing?
Yeah, it was on the floor. So what do you think it was?
Quit playing around and show it to me.
I light up the object with the flashlight and show him. It's a cassette tape labeled H. Tape H.
Looks like it was worth putting my hip at risk.
I wonder what's recorded on this tape. And go to the bedroom. Use tape H. And around the boombox is different. There's no tape in it, and the battery is just as we left it yesterday.
Oh, that's right.
I remember that I bought the replacement battery. I take the new battery from my pocket and swap the batteries.
Oh, you're prepared.
We shouldn't have any problems playing the tape now. Play tape H. I put tape H into the boombox. Tape H used. I press the play button. No sound comes out of the speakers.
Hey, you sure that battery's good?
Well, the tape is spinning just fine. Maybe it just hasn't gotten to the part where there's
Suddenly the phone from the next room rings.
What the heck's going on? Are we supposed to answer the phone?
But
the tape is still spinning inside the boombox.
Let's go take a look.
It's a trap. I summon up some courage, take the handset, and put it to my ear.
Radio noise.
I hear something that sounds similar to when tapes are played back. I listen to the headset, just hoping to hear something else. God, please, just end it. Just kill me already.
Ugh.
I almost fling the handset away in response to the scream that pierced my ear.
Hey, what happened?
I'm alright. It's nothing.
I can't afford to miss any of it. I immediately return the headset to my ear once again. Okay, I guess she's done talking. It hurts so much. Please, just end it. Just kill me already.
What the hell is this?
I hear a girl's voice pleading desperately. From further away, I hear the murmur of an old man.
I see. Sorry, I want to try to keep you alive, but that might be impossible with all 4 limbs cut off.
The phone ended with that man's statement.
It ended. Judging by your expression, I'm not sure if I want to hear what you heard, but I guess I have to. Tell me what you heard.
All right. I described the girl's scream in the voice of the man who apologized. If what he said about cutting off all 4 limbs is literal and is true, then this is a recording of something truly terrible.
The entire time I heard a sound that sounded like tape noise. I couldn't hear it directly, but I think it was what's recorded on the H-tape.
All 4 limbs cut off, huh? What the hell's this guy thinking? Apologizing when he's the one doing it?
Sounds like the logic of a psycho. There's no point in thinking about it.
We're trying to figure out why he became a psycho.
Going back. A cedar plate hangs from the mud wall. Let's try putting this mask on the wall. I take out the oak and a mask and set it on the frame, but nothing seems to change. Okay. I open the door to the bedroom. Oh, hello.
What the hell?
I can't contain my shock as my flashlight lights up an object on the ground. I gather myself and look at it again.
Is this a doll?
The object sitting on the bed seems to be a little girl doll. I'm no doll expert, but I can tell that it's more sloppily made than the Kakia doll. Its clothes are dirty, and there are a couple of reddish-black stains on it.
It's wearing a weird mask. What the hell's this mask supposed to be? It has a beak, so is it a bird?
Who cares? Let's check it out.
There's a reddish-black stain on the doll's clothing. This might be a blood stain.
Looks like blood. Maybe I'll give it a try.
I let out a breath to relax and press my fingertip to the blood. I hear a sniffling, crying sound. Along with it, I begin to hear a quiet voice. I'm famished. Famished.
Kijima. Hey, something wrong?
No, I'm alright. I heard a voice. The voice was saying famished. What kind of name is Famish?
Wait, is that a serious question?
No, I mean, I'm saying that I have no idea what they mean by famished.
Oh, that's what you mean. Well, the word famished means hungry.
That's the first time I've ever heard of it. Is it from a weird dialect?
Let's just leave this for another time. It's a waste of time explaining it. It's strange that a doll would be hungry, but that's what it sounds like it's saying.
Check this bowl of fruit. It's a rattan basket. The fruits inside are all black. The fruits inside the basket are so old, they've all turned completely black.
They're completely dried up.
I pluck one fruit off of what seems to be a bunch of bananas. Dried up fruit. Okay. Give this fruit to this bird girl. Fruit. I take out the dried up fruit from my bag and place it on top of the doll's lap. The mask makes a sound, and then the mask falls on the doll's lap. Obtain pheasant mask. Dried up fruit used. Bye, girl. Okay, put the bird mask on the wall. I place the pheasant mask on the frame.
Hey, looks pretty alright. Maybe it was hung up here.
Just then I hear something move in the hallway.
What's going on?
I quickly remove the mask, but the shaking won't stop.
Hey, look.
Eventually the vibrating stops. The hallway entrance appears at the mud wall in front of me.
Whoa, seriously?
Is this a ninja lair or something? This is the first time I've seen an actual real trapdoor. But it looks like we saw a glimpse of the true face of the owner of the place.
What are you talking about?
There's only one type of person who would build something like this. A paranoid person. Someone who's possessed by something.
Possessed by what?
That's the million-dollar question, kid. Come on, time to see where this hidden passage leads.
I'm gonna stop it here. Thank you again for listening and joining. Next time we're gonna see what's down this mysterious hallway. So, catch you later, and take care, guys.